Dear me, what weather we're having. Okay, that's very kind. There's a boat in the next town waiting, buddy up with someone by the looks of it. Hi, and thanks for joining me. Using my Nicholson's Waterways Guide number 1, I'm going to explain the extent of today's journey. We start the episode in Lock 4 of the Braunston flight. I make my way through the flight, past Braunston Marina and down to Braunston Turn. At Braunston Turn I bear left and continue along here. I come along here and moor just beyond Bridge 100. This weather really doesn't know what it's doing. I'm leaving the lock first as I'll be sharing with the boat ahead. Thanks for your help. We're coming down now to lock number 3, adjacent to which is the Admiral Nelson pub. I'll soon be entering the lock. Hello. I'm a sole boater, by the way. I've got to close the gate paddles and the ground paddle. Thanks for your help. I'm just leaving lock 3 now. This boat is going to be mooring up, so I'll be back by myself again. This boat isn't going into the next lock, so if circumstances allow, I'll wait for you. If they don't, I won't, but you know what I mean, don't you? There might be someone down there. Thanks for your help. I have lost sound from my main camera. It was half an hour before I realised it, and when I did, I was rather angry with myself, as I had mistakenly thought that I had turned off the 2 microphones and receiver. The thought to turn off the mics entered my head whilst heading for Braunston Tunnel, as there would be half an hour of inactivity. So why keep the mics active? When I realised that the audio was not recording, I had no idea of when it had stopped. It could have just happened, or could have been a long while beforehand. I was, though, able to switch the apparatus back on and record successfully. I later found out that there was some intermittent sound before total failure. All was not lost, as I was using other cameras as well. I recorded 3 separate pieces to camera. In the first, I was angry with myself for thinking that I had turned off the mics, but I later realised that would have been impossible.
I'm devastated at the moment, devastated.
Sound did pick up again as I was about to prepare the next lock.
So I'm going to jump off in a moment. Got to make sure I've got the right mooring line, seeing the other one is badly frayed now. I'm just walking along with the boat. It's going at a nice steady pace. I'm going to go to the forward bollard. That will allow room for a boat to park, or more behind me I should say. I can't see anyone coming along to this lock. If there was, I'd have to wait because the lock is empty. I'm not rushing as I'm waiting for the other boat to catch up with me, but I will now put my boat in the lock. I can still see that there's no boats wanting to enter this lock.
The boat I'm going to share with again is now joining me as I enter the lock. Here I go again, and I'm soon heading out for bottom lock number 1. Some light banter with another boater, but I don't recall what it was about. As I enter the lock, on my left side is the boathouse, a handy shop selling boating ephemera and where boaters can get basic food supplies, including ice cream. You'll see me visit here on my return journey. This young lady wanted to appear in the video, and she was most helpful together with her brother. The lock was soon empty. I said goodbye to my fellow boaters and exited the lock, passing the former pumping station on my left. I then made my way along the canal down towards Braunston Marina and past Gongoozler's Rest, a well-known boat cafe. On my left now is the 200-year-old Stop House, where working boats would register and pay their tolls for moving between the Oxford and Grand Junction canals. I'm now coming up to the service point for the supply of water and also L-sand disposal. I'm now passing the boathouse, a well-known local pub, and shortly will arrive at Braunston Turn. I am about to go under the well-known Horsley Ironworks Bridge. There are quite a few of these about on the system, and here at Braunston Turn there is a pair of them, which is lovely to see. It's some while since I've been this way, the sun is out, it couldn't be better, could it? Absolutely glorious. I'm coming up now to Bridge 95. This is a turnover bridge and allowed a horse towing a boat to cross from one side of the canal to the other without being unhitched.
I thought I was going to be mooring up shortly, but I'm further back than I thought I was. But it's still not far to where I'm intending to moor. I really am confused now, really confused as to what's been going on. I don't get it. I really don't get it. And I am in a bit of a state, I'll tell you that now. But I'm going to remain cheerful, that's the main thing. Always remain cheerful. These things happen, they're sent to try us, and we just have to move on. The more I think about these microphones not being on, there's no way I could have switched off two microphones and one receiver as I went into the tunnel. It just didn't happen. So I know, I'm certain I did not turn them off. I would not have been able to see the controls to turn them off. It just didn't happen. They must have turned off by themselves. What I don't know at this point is when they would have turned off. Obviously I haven't had the chance yet to look at any footage, so I don't know what I have got and what I haven't got. But the more I think about it, I think they must have switched off themselves. And that is so annoying. It's blowing up quite a bit now. I'm just passing a couple of wide beam boats. Look very smart indeed, I have to say. There's still private moorings on my left side here. Some beautiful gardens along here. I should have filmed a bit earlier, I think. And it looks like there are some unattended ones here. May just be that the boat is out, or the boats. The grass is cut on one of them. I'm getting ready now to moor up. I can see some clear space ahead of me. I can see one boat. If I go too far and there's a lot of boats, I won't be able to get in. So I'm just going to go under Bridge 100 and then moor up. That's the plan anyway. It's quite wide here as well. It would be good to get inside, I have to say. It's not been a good day, has it, so far? It's not been a good day. Right, so I'm just stopping the boat, pulling it in. Get the fenders ready. There's another boat coming, so I better try and tie off quickly, I think. I'm trying to be quick because when a boat passes it brings you back and forth, and I can do without that at the moment. The boat is just approaching the bridge now. I'm just doing the centre line. Just getting another chain. Hello. I am indeed. Hi. Excellent. Nice to see you. All the best. I think as soon as I've moored up, I'll put the canopy up. Need to check the forecast, but I think rain might be due again. It's all go, isn't it? All go. In a moment I'll be able to show you just what happened to the side of the boat. As you can see, I've moored up now. 4 things have gone wrong today so far. I'll show you once I switch the engine off the damage on the side of the boat where the fastenings are for the rear canopy, and also what else I've collected going through Braunston Tunnel. I'll switch the engine off now and I'll explain what's gone wrong. Not a good day. Let me show you what's happened to the side of the boat. So this is broken off here. This is the part that should be on the other side. You can see scratch marks all the way down here, on the edge here. Down here, we've got part of the tunnel even. It is so annoying, losing my voice a bit. It is so annoying. This happened once before at Crick. I've replaced it and I've given up replacing it. And now it's happened in Braunston Tunnel. It's because it happened on the side where there was no wooden rubbing strip. If that rubbing strip is alongside you, you don't touch the tunnel wall. This is new. This has been like it for quite a while. Blowing up a bit now. So what are the 4 things that have gone wrong? Well, the first one was when I set off and I realised the camera wasn't recording. That was the GoPro 7, and I had checked the battery before I left. It was showing 100% and it didn't want to record. I don't know why. I just quickly changed the battery and carried on. The second thing to go wrong was the incident in the tunnel, which I've just shown you. When I came out of the tunnel, I headed to Braunston Locks, and as I was pulling the boat in, my already frayed centre line snapped a little bit further. I knew it was bad. I have been meaning to get another one. I do have a spare one, in the engine bay. I need to look at it to see what length it is, but I haven't been over to the not the Chandlerley, but there's a Braunston rope place whose name escapes me at the moment, but Tradline I think it's called. I haven't been over to see them yet. I'll probably do it on the way back, I think. And the fourth thing, my mind has gone a blank, was the microphones. The microphones packing up was really something. I haven't had the chance yet to look into that, but I will be doing that once I've settled down.
I did contact Hollyland Technology, whose microphones I was using, and after an exchange of emails, I found out that if the receiver is disconnected or turned off, after 15 minutes the microphones that do the transmitting will also turn off. The suggestion is that the standard 3.5mm jack connection into the camera was loose. I'm not sure if I agree with that. These connections are quite sound. I'm sure many of you have used these sort of plugs over the years. It pushes in, it's quite a good strong fitting. I'm using the camera at the moment so I can't show you, but this part goes into the camera and I think that makes a sound fitting. But the thought is that the connection was poor, this switched itself off, and as a consequence the microphones also switched off. Now there is a slight possibility there is something in that, because when I go into the tunnel, when I went into Braunston Tunnel, I covered over the camera as I always do. I use a shower cap and I put it over the top of the camera. So when I took that off as I came out of the tunnel, I might have dislodged this, but it did continue recording for another half hour or more before it failed. So I'm not convinced, but at least I know what to look for next time. I need to make sure that these connections are sound, but I think that has to be the reason this accidentally got switched off, which stopped the microphones from recording. I'll be more careful next time.
I need to start recharging batteries, downloading all the data on the cards, on the memory cards. It takes a long while to get that across onto the laptop. Once I've done that, I'll be able to see just what's going on. So for now, I'm just going to say bye for now, catch up with you later. I just don't know when it will be. This is badly damaged. I've replaced this one before, I can see the screws in it. This is the replacement mooring line.